welcome back to their video. And in today's video, we have Elimination Chamber results in what was an absolute insane show with a lot of returns and some crazy surprises. An overall fantastic show, and honestly, probably my favorite show so far of the year in all companies, honestly.
Yeah, definitely had a lot of fun with it. You got to see all the top stars in one. That's kind of the fun of Elimination Chamber. It's kind of all the people who's about to make Mania, but will they make it, will they not make it? It's kind of their last straw to make it in most cases. Yeah, this was a very fun card, very fun night, and one of those PLEs that you're probably going to look back on and be like, man, I wish I could have been there for this moment.
Yeah. We start the night with the Women's Elimination Chamber match where Bianca Belair does come out on top and will be fighting for the Women's World Champion at WrestleMania 41. In the match, at the very start of the match, Naomi and Liv Morgan are starting it off, and the return of Jade Cargill happens, and she is running down to the ring. She looks at Liv Morgan, and then she turns on Naomi, and she absolutely destroys her and eliminates her out the match, beating her so bad. But yeah, what a great match.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. Roxanne Perez looked amazing. She was probably my MVP of the match. She just took a lot of bumps. She had a lot of good spots, and she just looked very good in here. Pretty much everyone looked really good. Bianca, she did this Lifetime movie selling as Jade was getting attacked, and she was just on her knees screaming, why? It was kind of funny that she was just kind of just going so hard about it. But yeah, that was a very cool moment with the Jade attack and all that. Liv Morgan as well looked amazing throughout the entire match. She eliminated Alexa Bliss. They were kind of eyeing each other down. They got a big stare down with each other, so you're definitely gonna see them at some point mix it up.
Yeah, this match really good. After the match, after Bianca's walking down to exit the arena, she is stopped by Rhea Ripley, and they have a little face-off. But Rhea Ripley's upcoming opponent tomorrow night on Raw, or on Monday night, we've seen Io Sky also show up, potentially teasing a triple threat at WrestleMania, which I would be so down for. Three of the best women in the company right now, all going at it at WrestleMania for the World Champion. I would not be opposed to it.
Yeah, definitely could see that happening, or even if not, maybe you let Bianca get her one-on-one, but then at a Backlash, you could do the triple threat with all three. But yeah, I think either way, I think we're definitely set with both women's division titles. Both of those matches are going to be amazing. We'll get more into our new main event later on in the PLE, but for this first one, it was definitely amazing. I had a lot of fun with it, and I feel like the right people were in it because they kept you energized, and that was without all six people, being that Naomi was took out before it started.
Yeah, and then next up, it was followed up by the women's tag team match between Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae, and Tiffany Stratton and Trish do get the win here, and a pretty solid match.
Yeah, this was probably my least favorite match of the night. Kind of not their fault, obviously, because it's two elimination chambers and then an unsanctioned match. But yeah, definitely a big pop for Tiffany Stratton, an even bigger pop for Trish Stratus. Candice LeRae looked great. Same thing with Nia Jax. I mean, it was a very fun match. Pretty much what you expected. Honestly, this came in at 11 minutes and 40 seconds, and to me it felt a little longer than that while watching it. Maybe it's because it was kind of dragging a little bit to me, in my opinion, towards the end. But yeah, it was a fun match nonetheless, and the hometown hero got the win, and Tiffany Stratton's on top.
Yep. And then after that, unfortunately, it did not main event, but we did get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in the unsanctioned match, where Kevin Owens does manage to pull out the win here, and what was an absolutely amazing match. Unfortunately, no blood, so we didn't get too extreme, but without saying that, we still had a lot of crazy moments in this match.
Yeah, once again, like I said at the beginning, every single match was fun, but this one in particular, there was so much brutality throughout this match. We seen Sami Zayn get tossed from the inside of the ring on top of the turnbuckle all the way to the outside through two tables the long way. So that was just a crazy spot right there. We seen two power bombs onto the ring apron. From Kevin Owens toward the end. We seen a chair wrapped in barbed wire. There was a chair made into a table with barbed wire on it. Sami Zayn did a suplex to Kevin Owens on a chair that was laying flat. It was just a crazy match in general. Just so many spots throughout this match. You can't name them all. Definitely one, if you didn't watch it, you're going to want to go watch this one in particular, because it was just an amazing match. It was everything you wanted it to be. I definitely, like you said, hoped and wished they had blood in it, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But you kind of see why towards the end of the show.
Yeah, this match is probably my favorite match of the night, just because the two guys that, you know, they're obviously, with a lot of these big matches where two of the best go at it one more time, there's obviously a little bit of uncertainty of how good it can actually be. But with these two, to me, I was always locked in. Oh, this was going to be a great match no matter what. And they delivered. After the match, Kevin Owens is about to do a package power driver onto the concrete, but is stopped by a returning Randy Orton, and he stops him. And yeah, he tries to go for a punt in the ring onto Kevin, but is unfortunately stopped by security and stuff like that. Which, one thing I didn't like is they try to stop some of the moments in the unsanctioned match a little bit too much. It's an unsanctioned match. You gotta let them do what you did. You already signed this off. So I didn't like that too much. But besides that, this match was pretty much perfect to me.
Yeah, it was definitely just what should have been a bloodbath, probably. In any other promotion, it would have been this insane bloodbath, blood everywhere match. But in the WWE, it just wasn't gonna be that, unfortunately.
And then in the main event, we've seen the men's Elimination Chamber match where John Cena does manage to get the win here. An absolutely insane match. This was pretty good. We did see Drew McIntyre get eliminated first, which is a little bit interesting. We did see a few rumors from a few people saying that Drew was going to win this match, but he ends up getting first eliminated by Damian Priest as well. So that kind of hints to me that we will be seeing some type of Drew McIntyre Damian Priest match at Mania. We've seen Logan Paul get kind of teamed up on by a few of the people, and we've seen Seth Rollins get teamed up by CM Punk and John Cena. You've seen a really cool moment between Cena and Punk as well, hugging it out, then having a great sequence with each other. But yeah, this match overall was very, very good.
Yeah, they kind of did the same thing with Punk or with Drew and Damian Priest as they did with Alexa Bliss and Liv. They kind of just teased the future match essentially, because obviously with Liv and Alexa, I'm kind of assuming it'll be Wyatt 6 versus Judgment Day for Mania. But yeah, that's kind of my prediction for this one as well with Drew McIntyre. He'll be facing Damian Priest, I would assume. Maybe you could throw a Logan Paul in there, give one of them a belt. But yeah, this was a great match. CM Punk looked great. John Cena honestly looked better than what I thought he would look. All his moves came off amazing. They looked good. They were smooth. He looked really good in the ring, honestly. I'm not gonna say he was 06 Cena or anything, but he definitely looked great.
Yeah, some would say even sold his soul to be this good in the ring. But yeah, one thing in the match, if the last three were Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and John Cena. Seth Rollins, like I said, gets teamed up by Cena and Punk, and he gets eliminated. And in my prediction video on the Road to WrestleMania video, I did predict that Seth would get eliminated and he would come back and curb stomp CM Punk. Don't call me the booker now, but I think I might have a few insights. But yeah, and Cena immediately rolls up and gets Punk in a STF to get the win, and we will have John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, and probably he's going to be the main event of night 2 at WrestleMania. But now let's get into the real main event. We've seen Cena stay in the ring, and out comes Cody Rhodes. He comes out to kind of say, congratulations, you won. It's me versus John Cena at WrestleMania. They shake each other's hands. But then we get the music of the final boss. But first comes out Travis Scott. And then The Rock comes out and they make their way to the ring. And what is Cody Rhodes' decision?
Well, first, like you said, Travis Scott comes out first, and it was very kind of awkward and weird because it's a very serious moment. We're talking about Cody selling his soul. John Cena just came back; he won the Elimination Chamber. Cody's out there; it's a celebration. And then obviously it just kind of got dark when The Rock comes out. Like the room kind of settles down, but then there's Travis Scott. This kind of looks awkward, at least to me. But anyways, they come out, they do the whole thing and whatnot. Rock comes out and says, it's time for you to make your decision. Time for you to come to me and give me your soul. And Cody says, you know what, Rock? I want it all. I want everything. But the only problem is I already sold my soul. And then the crowd just kind of stops and they're like, oh my God, is Cody going to do it? But he says, I sold my soul to this ring and to this crowd. And, the crowd goes nuts. And he's telling Rock, I'm not joining you. But after that, we get the very uncensored moment where he tells Rock to go fuck yourself, and the whole crowd's jaw drops. They all erupt. I would have loved to have been in the crowd during that moment just to hear and feel that reaction during that moment, because they seem like they just tore the roof off of the building for that. They celebrate for a while. Cody and John Cena, they kind of lock eye to eye. They dap each other up. They go in for the hug where John Cena is facing The Rock, and behind Cody's back, The Rock gives him the two, cuts the throat, and gives it to John Cena. And John Cena low blows Cody Rhodes and does a brutal attack on him where he hits him with the microphone, with a watch, with the belt multiple times, with the watch multiple times. Just ultimately just beats down Cody Rhodes. And he is officially with The Rock and I guess Travis Scott.
Yeah, this match, or this part was so shocking to me. This is kind of how I imagine what people would kind of say about the Hogan turning with NWO. I think this is kind of the equivalent for me, just because Cena's obviously the babyface of all time. No one, we haven't really seen him as a heel. He was doing the thugonomic stuff, but, he came babyface very quick with that. But yeah, seeing Cena as a heel is one of the craziest things I think I've ever seen in professional wrestling. Never thought I'd see this day, but we get it. And yeah, Cena beats the absolute shit out of Cody Rhodes. The Rock swings his weight belt on Cody Rhodes. And we get Cody Rhodes versus John Cena at WrestleMania, but John Cena as the heel with The Rock. Yeah, absolutely insane.
Yeah, to me, at least they have a lot of story to kind of make this make sense for me, because at least in my brain, why did he win and turn on The Rock when you could have just had someone else win, and then that's how he got in? Everyone was kind of expecting Punk, Cody, and Cena. So that's kind of what I was expecting, especially when it got down to the final two being Punk and Cena. And I was like, okay, Cena got this in the bag. He's a more fresh guy. Cena went in before him. So yeah, Punk got this in the bag. But obviously with the help of Seth Rollins, that didn't happen. But yeah, he turns on him and wins the chamber. So it's kind of a weird predicament where maybe Punk does use his favor to get into the WrestleMania main event. But can you do that since now it's involving The Rock?
Yeah.
There's so many questions to be answered here. Are we going to get Seth and Punk for one final time? There's a lot of questions that came from this match. We'll probably have a separate video, just kind of the fallout from Elimination Chamber and what we think is going to happen moving forward. But yeah, this was just a whole lot of fun with this Rock segment. They made Cody bleed as well. That's kind of what we were talking about earlier when we said we see why Kevin and Sami maybe didn't get the green light to get blood in this one, because you wanted this moment to feel more special. And it definitely did feel special. It was a great segment in general. I think everybody played their part. The only weird thing was just Travis Scott being there for whatever reason.
Yeah, but Cena will be on 2 Raws when they do their overseas tour. We're doing live TV, which will be pretty interesting. So those episodes will be obviously must-see TV. But honestly, tonight I think has officially saved WrestleMania as well. I think going into it, WrestleMania isn't as hyped as it was last year. Obviously, last year's an all-time hype level. We knew everything like before Elimination Chamber, basically. But now the road to WrestleMania feels like it officially started, and the hype has gone through the roof with only John Cena and Cody Rhodes, single-handedly just turned, at least me, into a very, very much more excited for WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think this WrestleMania, definitely, like you said, it got a lot more exciting after this. There's still a lot more matches to be kind of finalized and stories behind and everything. Like, what are we doing with all the rest of these mid-card titles? There's really nothing going on with any of them except maybe you could say Braun Breaker. But still a lot of questions to be answered, but we do have Raw coming up where I assume we'll probably get a lot of answers to those questions.
Yeah. But yeah, that will do it for our Elimination Chamber results video. Let us know your reactions to everything, how you felt about John Cena turning heel and joining The Rock. What will be this new combination? Will they have like a corporation type of name, or what will kind of come from this? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Don't sell your soul.